hope everybody's enjoying their afternoon so far. So my name's Donna. I teach a kickboxing class in London, and it's part of Kicks Martial Arts Centre, which is based in Brighton, and they've got a few other classes. So I thought I'd wear the kickboxing outfit just to sort of make us all feel in the mood. Not the belt though, that just gets in the way. And it's going to be an introduction to kickboxing. So if you get any injuries, obviously I'm not there and I don't know what your injuries are. So if you know you've got injuries and you can't do things, then you don't do it. If you need to modify and you know the modifications, you can do that. And if anything is painful at any point, then you just stop. It's not going to be a high octane class. It's not even going to be octane. So it's going to be fine. But we'll get the heart rate maybe a little bit up. So if you've got something for your knees at some point, we'll just be kneeling down. So if you've got a carpet, you should be fine. Otherwise, like a jumper, not that it's jumper weather, anything, mat, cushion, anything will be fine. So we're just going to start with our warm-up. Oh, one thing, Adam has asked, so the guy that organised it has asked if we can take a few pictures. So if anybody objects, because I might, if I try and remember, I'll take some pictures of the screen, but if anybody objects, if they just put it into the chat, their name, and that no photos, I'll make sure that you're not in them. Okay, so shoulder width apart, feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to take a couple of breaths. So just a nice breath in, raise your arms up, I don't know if you can see me, and relax down. So when we bring our arms up, we're keeping our shoulders down and our lats down the back. So up, breathing in, breathing out, just once more, in, reach, shoulders down, and relax. And just roll your shoulders back a couple of times, and forwards a couple of times.
So we'll talk about those in a minute. So essential oils are found in the...
Sorry, I'm getting somebody else speaking.
In the skin of the fruit of the...
Is that okay? Sorry. Okay, so we're just going to come up onto our toes and reach up. So it's the same thing. We're going to keep our shoulders down, lats down the back. So up and down, up and down. Just warming up our toes, our legs, getting a little bit of balance into it. Thank you guys for all turning up. I can see some of my crew. Okay, and now we're going to go into squats. So you just squat. So when you squat, you're sticking your bum out and you're making sure that your knees are behind your toes. Just nice and relaxed. Keep the shoulders relaxed, chest high. Just a few more of these. And then next time we're going to go up and down. So we're going to go up and then into squat. So straight up and into squat. Just a few of these. Keeping it nice and light. So the last one, and relax. Okay, so we can do a couple of roll downs before we move on. So the first one, we're going to try and keep our hips above our ankles. So we're not going to stick our bum out. We're going to lean so that the weight goes into the balls of our feet. And then we're going to just tip our head down, shoulders, and just let gravity take you down. If you've got back injuries, don't do this. If it's tight in your back or your hamstrings, bend your knees. You don't have to go to the ground, just relax. Engage your core, curl your bum under, bring yourself back up. So head's the last thing to come back up. Okay, now we're going to do the roll down where you're tighter to your body, so your bum will go out of it. You will need to bend your knees at the end. But you can start them straight. So chin in. If you get back problems again, use your hands to walk down. Otherwise, just roll down, bend your knees, and then come to rest your belly and chest on your thighs. And just relax. So we're going to nod our head yes. Shake our head no. Nod yes. Shake no. And then we're slowly going to come back up. Sorry, I just realised I hadn't started my timer. Hopefully I won't run out of time. Okay, so now we're going to do some walkouts with a press up. We're only going to do 5. So I'll demo it first. So you're going to go down, you can bend your knees, you can go down straight, you're going to walk out, you're going to do a press up, you can walk back and come back up. So on the 5th, we're going to hold the plank. Okay, so is everybody ready? 1. if you need to come to your knees to do the press up, you can do that. So 2, so you can come down, knees, press up, back up, and walk up. Okay, 3. 4. And then the last one, we're going to hold that plank. Okay. So what we're going to do is bring our right knee to our right elbow and double tap it. Take it back, and then we'll do it in the left. So starting with the right, double tap. Left. Right. Left. Last one each side. Right. Left. Hold it. And come down to your knees. So we're in cat-cow. So that's what we can do. Knees are under hips, hands are under shoulders. So we're not going to overextend the neck. When you push your tailbone up, drop your stomach, pull your chest forwards, and just look straight ahead. Don't overextend the neck. And then breathe out, tuck the tailbone in, suck the belly in, push to get down the way with your hands, relax the neck. So one more of each, pull it through. Tuck the tailbone, push up the sky. And relax. So sit back on your knees, or on your heels. So front fingers, fingers on the front of your shoulders, squish them up and bring them down. So we're going to keep them down for this exercise. We're just going to rotate our shoulders. So you keep your elbows out at your shoulders and your hips are nice and steady, and it's just really your upper body that's rotating. So you can get a little bit quicker if you're feeling comfortable. There might be lots of crunches, there might not be. Not too bad today. So you can get a little bit quicker. Don't forget to breathe. And relax. Okay. So coming back up onto our feet. So kind of a second last warm-up exercise. We're going to do lunges. Now you're going to start with your feet hip width apart again. What's important, when you step back, you're going to do a backward lunge. You take your foot straight back. So you're not on tram tracks, your feet are staying hip width apart. Shoulders stay above hips, you come down. When you come back up, so you're going to push from your lunge position, you're going to use the heel of your left foot, engage the glute of your left backside to bring you back up. So you don't want to put too much stress on your knees. So we'll do 5 each side. Stay in the lunge position on the 5th. So you can put your hands on your hips, you can bring your hands into guard, whatever is best for your balance. So 1, 2, 3. So keep those shoulders back, don't lean forwards as you go back, make sure you're upright. 4 and 5, and stay down. Okay, so left leg, you're going to lift the heel. So the toes are on the ground, a bit more balance, and pulse. 5, 6, 7, 8, hold it. Go a little bit lower if you want to. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stop. Put the heel down, push the heel, bring yourself back up. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. So left leg this time is going back. So get your balance. 1. Don't forget to keep shoulders above hips. Don't lean forwards. 2. Good. 3. Good. 4. And on the 5th one, we're staying down. Lift the heel, front heel, pulse. 7, 8. Take it a little bit lower if you want to. You don't have to. Pulse. Okay, stop. Put your right heel down and push back up. Good. So bring your guard up. So you're just bringing your arms straight in front of your head. And you're going to pick your knees up inside your elbows. and then outside the elbows. And relax. Okay, a couple of shoulder rolls. And grab a drink if you want it before we get into the kickboxing section. Sorry, I left my drink over there. Okay, so the stance is you're imagining you're stood in a square, and that square is in quadrants. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So looking down, your left foot is where 1 and 3 is, and your right foot is where 2 and 4 is. So you're going to put your left foot into 1, and your right foot into 4, and bend your knees. So the weight is going to shift to the balls of your feet. Your heels are not coming off the ground. Your back foot probably will naturally, but you're staying the weight shifted to the balls of the foot, heel close to the ground. Your feet will probably slide out slightly, so you don't want your back foot to go beyond 2 o'clock on the clock, and your front foot is probably only not even 1 o'clock. So you want to try and keep them, because you want your knees and toes tracked, and you want them to go in the direction of travel. So we're going to start off with the jab. So right hand comes up against your jaw. Knuckles are kind of facing 9 o'clock. Left hand comes out. Knuckles are facing between 2 and 3 o'clock, and you're peering over the top. What you're going to do is punch inside your shoulder width. So you're not going to bring your elbows out. You're not going to lean out. It's going to be nice and straight. So this would be your jab. Lead hand is a jab, but that's nothing because you're not bringing in the hip. So this is why you need your knees bent. You need to be able to move. So from side, when you throw your jab, there's a small forward motion because the power all comes from the hips. Everything's kind of hip orientated. So we're going to do 5 jabs. I'll stay slightly angled. So 1, and you turn and face your knuckles away from you. 2, bounce a little in between, get the feel of your feet, get the feel of your balance. 3, 4, 5, switch stance. So you've now got your right foot in quadrant 2 and your left foot in quadrant 3, same thing. Get your balance, you're aiming for this little spot about forehead height, a little ball. 1, 2, get that hip action. 3, 4, 5, change stance. So we're going to do a cross. So a cross is whichever hand is at the back. So when we've got our left foot forward, it's going to be our right hand. So you cross the way that you throw a ball, which is bringing your knee and your hip forward. What you're throwing with the cross is really your shoulder, not your hand. Your fists are in the same position, so not clenched too tight, just nice and relaxed. And you're going to throw this shoulder, hip and knee forwards, aiming for that same forehead height spot. So that's going to be a cross. So we're just going to do 5 on each side, bounce a little in between, get used to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch stance. Get your feet ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out when you punch. Ideally through the nose, but if you have to, through the mouth. Switch stance. Okay, so we've got our jab cross. So let's just do a few jab crosses to get the feel of this. So jab cross, jab cross, jab cross. Good. So we're going to add in a little duck. So exactly like you did with the lunge, jab, cross, duck. The duck is you literally just drop down, the knee bends, you don't lean forwards, you keep looking up, your chest stays high. So it's going to be jab, cross, duck, jab, cross. Back into position. So we're going to do 5 of them on each side. 1, 2, duck, 3, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, good. 4, 5, good. Change stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're trying to take a photograph. 5. Good. Change stance. So we're going to add in a kick. So same stance, left leg forward. So we're going to do what's called a stopping front kick. So just, this is somebody coming forward, you put your leg out, kick them, stop them coming forward. So with this one, what we want to do is keep our shoulders over our hips. We don't want to lean back. So when we lift our leg, we shift the weight, but our shoulders come round and stays above our hips. So you pick up your leg, you kick, you put your foot back down where you picked it up from. This is important so that immediately you can move or punch. If you don't put your foot down in the right position, it's harder to move or you're more likely to lose your balance. So it's just lift the guard, shift the weight, kick and back down. 5 left, 5 right. Ready? 1. Good. 2. 3. Nice. 4. 5. Good. Change stance. Same thing, kicking with our right leg this time. 1. 2. 3. Good. I'm going to take these before I forget. 4. 5. And switch stance. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit together now. So we're going to do front kick, jab, cross, jab. Okay, so it's going to be front kick, jab, cross, jab. So everybody left foot forward. 1. Front kick, jab, cross, jab. 2. Lead leg front kick, jab, cross, jab. Good. 3. Front kick, jab, cross, jab. 4. Last one. So front kick, jab, cross, jab. Good. Change stance. So 5 on this side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Change stance. Okay, now we're kind of going to put everything together. And we're going to add in a little bit of movement. So when you're moving forwards or back, you're pushing off with one leg and sliding forward with the other. So you always keep your weight on the balls of your feet. And when you're moving, you don't step. Because if you step with your heel, you straighten your leg. That'll put your balance down. So from here, if I was moving forwards, I'm going to push with the back foot and just move the front foot, leading with the ball of my foot. So step, step, going backwards, I'm pushing with the front foot, back, back. Forwards, forwards, backwards, backwards. So what we're going to do is put everything together. So we'll do the first one. I'll go through it and then we'll go through the first really slow. So it's going to be front kick, jab, cross, jab, duck, jab, cross, 2 jabs back. Okay, so do that one more time. So front kick, jab, cross, jab, duck, jab, cross, 2 jabs back. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on each side. Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. Good. So last one on this side. And change stance. Okay, so again, front kick, jab, cross, jab, duck, jab, cross, 2 jabs back. So this time we're going to be pushing with our right leg, leading back with our left. So 1. You can inch forwards, depending what space you've got. 2. 3, 4, last one, and relax. Grab a drink if you want. Don't know why I don't bring it across. Okay, so obviously there's a lot more in terms of punches. You've got hook punches, you've got uppercuts, you've got round kicks, you've got side kicks, loads of spinning kicks. But to start with, that's not bad. You've covered jab, cross, duck, front kick, and movement. The basis of all of this is balance. So apparently, key messages. We've got to give you key messages and things to take home. Balance is the key message here. If you don't have balance, you don't have anything. If you don't have balance, you can't move, you can't throw your shots, you can't move afterwards. So having your foot positioning, excuse me, is the key thing. So when you kick and put your foot down, you should immediately be able to punch or to move. If you can't do that, you don't have your balance right. So we're just going to do some cool down and some stretches. So if you need something for your knees, if you've got it, if you can put it down now. Sorry, cracky. So you're going to go into a box lunge. So 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And you're going to tuck your tailbone under. So you're extending the stretch on this hip flexor. So at first, just stay up and then lean forward ever so slightly. If you've got really tight hip flexors, you might feel this straight away. So stay nice and tall and just relax in, but just keep pushing, tucking that tailbone under. Okay, now you're going to relax, take your front foot more forwards. We're going to go into a low lunge. So staying upright, keeping the back foot flat. Low lunge. So bring your left arm across. So don't hold it at your elbow, hold it either behind. So either behind the elbow or in front of the elbow. Just stretch a little bit, your tricep. Then bring your hands down. We're going to go into runner stretch. So keeping your chest high and your back straight, you're going to just walk your hands back, keep your front heel where it is. You're not sinking down onto that back heel. You've got space. And you're just pushing your stomach and your chest down towards your thigh. Keep your toes pointing towards your face, so keep pulling them back. Doesn't matter how low you can go. It's just, and if you need to bend your leg, bend your leg. Just relax into it. Breathe. Then just come forward into the lunge. Come up. And back down. And just one more time. So you breathe in, stretch away, relax into it. Okay, and change. So we're in the right leg forward box lunge. So again, tuck the bum under, feel the hip flexor, just a small lean forwards. Then take the foot a bit further forward into a low lunge. And bring the right hand across. Just a little tricep stretch. Bring the hands down. Keep the heel where it is, point your toes up. Walk back. I say if you need to bend your knee, bend your knee. Keep breathing. In through your nose and out through your nose if possible. It will help bring any raised heart rates down. So lean forwards one more time. Just let that left hip sink a little bit lower. Hands down, walk back. Walk forwards. Come back up. So you can sit either on your knees or cross-legged. I prefer cross-legged for the final stretches. So nice and tall, head towards so I can't see myself, head towards the ceiling. And we're just going to lean, so we're going to do a side stretch. So you're going to take your left hand out to the left. Now what you're going to aim for is the corner of the room. So you're not going to collapse into this left side, you're going to keep it long. So stretch up first, tall, 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 and then over to the corner of the room, stretching out your left side as well, keeping both of your hips down on the ground. Breathe out. So you can bend the left arm to get into it, but try, as I say, not to collapse too much into the underneath left. And come back up. Bring your left arm up, and same thing. So you're stretching for the corner. And come back up. Okay, so now you're going to take your left hand behind your spine. It's the second spine. It's going to keep you nice and straight. Right arm up, and you're just going to hold on to your left knee and twist. Now you're twisting from the bottom up, so your neck is the last thing to turn. So you're pulling in your stomach, and you're using your abdominals to twist the lower body. And then gradually, when you breathe in, you go tall, twist a little bit more, and the neck will be the last thing to go round. So you're using this right hand to just help give you a little bit of leverage. Breathe in up, breathe out and twist further. Okay, so you're going to bring your neck round first when you release. So the neck comes round and then you untwist. And then we're going to do the other side. So you bring your right arm behind you, bring your left arm up, over onto your right knee. Suck it in the stomach, use the abdominals to twist. Just keep breathing. Okay, head back to the front first. Untwist. Just pull onto your shins or your knees. Nice and tall. Okay. Thank you for practicing with me today. So I think if there's any questions, you can put them through chat, or I can see if I can unmute anybody now. I don't know if I can unmute people.
Well, from my side, I just wanted to say thank you very much. It was really good. I released lots of energy. And yeah, I'm sure everyone enjoyed very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
Round of applause to everybody.
Vulnerability is a muscle. The more you use it, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes.